Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to share a bad thing I almost did Saturday afternoon. There's a local gun shop that I go to on occasion, but I'm usually not in the area. So I happened to be in the area, and I was with my wife. I said, I think I'm going to stop in and see what they have. So um, this is one of those places where they don't have the ammunition behind the counter. They have it out on shelves, and you can kind of just browse and see what they have. So I went through there and I was looking to see what calibers they might have had. So I looked for 32, I looked for 9mm and 5.56 and all that. And then I got to the end, I'm like, oh, wonder if they have 50 Beowulf. So I go there and they have a box of Underwood ammo, 50 Beowulf. I'm not really sure which type they have because Underwood makes about 4 different kinds. So I'm not sure which one they have. I don't remember. And then they also had some Alexander Arms 50 Beowulf, if you haven't seen that before. And they also had some Alexander Arms, who's the creator of 50 Beowulf. And I picked up the Underwood, and it was almost $41 a box. And then I picked up a box of the Alexander Arms, and it was $38. And I'm like, wow, $38, because it's been quite some time since I've seen 50 Beowulf for under $40. I picked up a 50 Beowulf upper last year, and I bought a box here and a box there because it's a little pricey. And this box that I bought right here and this one, I purchased from Midway USA. I believe the price was maybe $27 or $28 a box, which I really didn't mind because it's just the nature of the beast. 50 Beowulf's an expensive round. Normally, it was a little more expensive than it typically would be, but, I didn't really think too much of it because I knew what I was getting into when I bought the upper. Now, a little while after I bought these two, I went to another local store, and I picked this one up for $31.79. I didn't mind paying a few dollars more because I was getting it right there. I didn't have to wait for shipping, didn't have to pay shipping. Plus, it was a local business. I like giving them some extra business. So, no big deal right there. Now, when I went back to this place, it was up to about 35 or 36. Now, I don't hold it against the store, to be honest with you, because I know nationally what's happening with ammunition. So, it's going to happen. Prices are going to go up. I don't think there's anyone who has prices that are substantially lower than anyone else right now, from what I can see. But anyway, back to the point of this. So when I saw it going up and up and up and up, I wasn't seeing it on the shelves too much. And when I was seeing it on the shelves, it was well over $40 a box. I actually saw some types because if you look at this, this is the 300 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. This is the 325 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. And this one is also, let's see, 300 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. It goes almost 2,000 feet per second. So they had one specific type of the 50 Beowulf ammo, and it was almost $80 a box for 20 rounds. I'm like, that's insane. I'm paying $80, I'm not paying $50. I don't want to pay $40. So I went to the store and I saw it for $38, and I thought, you know what, maybe I should buy a box. It's starting to come down. Maybe I should buy it. And I held it there for about a minute, and I'm looking at it thinking, should I get this now? And thankfully, I'm glad to say I put it back. Nothing against the gun shop or, they're trying to make their profit, but I feel like if I spend that kind of money on the 50 Beowulf, like I'm just contributing to the problem. It's still supply and demand. And I feel like if people are paying $40 for something that was just 26 or 27 a year ago, a little over a year ago, it's never going to get better. Now, the whole ammo shortage thing didn't bother me and didn't affect me in many of the calibers I fire. I shoot a lot of 9mm and a lot of 22. And I stocked up pretty well with 9mm, and I stocked up extremely well with 22, to the point where when I'm shooting 22, I'm in at about 4 cents a piece. with bulk loads. Now, of course, I paid more for some types. I like mini mags and stingers and velocitors, so I paid a little more, but I paid a lot less than what they're going for now. And a lot of the bulk ammo, got it for about 4 cents a round. So while other people might be paying 10 cents a round, I'm paying 4. 9mm. When Walmart was carrying 9mm, I used to pay $8.99 for a box of 50. So I was shooting for about 18. I'm still shooting for 18 cents a round. Whereas other people, the best they're probably doing now is 24 or 25 for a box of 50. So they're paying 48 to 50 cents a round. That's because I stocked up. Now, unfortunately, I did not stock up with the 50 Beowulf because I purchased this after things started to go a little crazy. And like I said, it's a pricey round, so it's not like you can go out and buy, 1,000 rounds of this. I mean, you buy 1,000 rounds of this, that's 50 boxes. 50 boxes, even times $30 is $1,500. I don't know too many people who are doing that. So my thing was pick up a box here, a box there, and, kind of hold off on shooting a little bit so you can build up. But, I kind of implore you that when this is all over and prices come down substantially, because they will. I don't know if they're going to come down to the prices where they were, you say, a year and a half, 2 years ago, but they will come down eventually. And when they do, stock up. When you see the 9mm, if it goes back to like 20 cents a round, you need 2 boxes, buy 3 or 4. Okay? If you're like a Walmart shopper, I know that they don't have a handgun ammunition anymore, and they don't have 223, 5.56, 7.62 by 39. But normally they do have 308, 350 Legend, sometimes 450 Bushmaster. They sell 12 gauge buck and slugs. They sell 20 gauge slugs, 410 slugs. I'm trying to think of, they have 243, 270. I see all these calibers there. Try and pick some up if you have rifles chambered in those calibers, because guess what? I have a lot of criticisms of Walmart, but they don't soak you on the ammunition prices. I would go to Walmarts near me, and every once in a while I can pick up maybe a box of mini mags or the standard velocity CCI. Now, when I bought this at Walmart a couple of months ago, I believe they charged me like $3.50 a box. So they charged me about 7 cents a round for that. That's a little high historically, but for this market, it's pretty good. I see people charging a heck of a lot more than 7 cents a round. I've seen people charging $10 a box for 50 rounds of CCI standard velocity. It's crazy. It's 20 cents a round plus any applicable sales tax. It's insane. And, we need to put a stop to it. And we can put a stop to it by not buying as much. Like I said, I had the foresight to stock up on it, and I think some people thought I was crazy, but it's the smart thing to do. I mean, when you consider that there's inflation that's pushing things up gradually every year, day in and day out, I mean, it makes sense to stock up on most products to some degree. But when you have something like ammunition that is greatly affected by changes in the political atmosphere, you're kind of crazy not to stock up if you can. If you're into shooting and you have the extra money and you don't stock up, you're a fool. Like I say, I have some sympathy for you if it's tough to get the money together. I totally understand it. But if you do have the money and you don't, you're a fool. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to things hopefully getting better. Looking forward to hopefully capacity building up, maybe people not buying as much, and maybe at the midterm elections next year, maybe the Republicans take the majority in the Senate and the House. I think all those things will help, but that's still a long haul. The elections are 13 and a half months away, and it looks like people are still buying ammo, although I don't see the shortages that I was seeing before. Walmart, I still don't see a heck of a lot on the shelves anywhere at Walmart. I've spoken to a lot of the people who work at the store, and they say that it is coming in. It's not like they stopped ordering it. It is coming in, but it's just going out as fast. But I still kind of wonder if they're ordering in the same quantities as they were before. And I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling that they're not. I just don't think they are, to be honest with you. As far as the gun shops go, the gun shops near me, I mean, they're pretty well stocked. In the last, I would say in the last few weeks, I've been in 3 gun shops, and they all had really good ammo selection. Now, again, I was looking at common calibers mainly. Like they had, I mean, not that they had a ton of any one thing, but they had the 5.56 223 7.62 by 39, 38 special 357. They had 22. They had 40, 45 ACP. Now, did they have 10 or 15 types of each one? No, they didn't. But they actually had them. So if you really wanted a box of a particular caliber, you could get it. It was there. So that's a good sign. And I do think things are getting better. But you know what? Don't make the same mistake that I almost made and keep paying these crazy prices if you don't need to. Now, if you need a box of carry ammo, buy a box of carry ammo. You want to go to the range, buy a couple boxes, buy a couple of boxes. But don't try and stock up at these prices. It's insane. I'm telling you, it's insane. Hold off for a matter of months or 5 months or 6 months. Then when you see it come down, when it will come down, then you stock up on it. So enough of my pontificating for the night, and I'm going to head out. Have a good one. See ya.